Aaron is acting like a man who has no idea movie night is coming up. Because as he sits there and he tells a completely fabricated version of the shower comment, I'm like, sir, do you not watch this show? Because they're about to show the very clip of which you speak. And it's not going to look good for you. You know, he won Traders UK, and either he wanted to get another reality show, which is not an uncommon thing to do, a competition reality show specifically, and win money, or Love Island USA producers reached out to Aaron and asked if he would want to do the show. It is also interesting that he doesn't even live in the US. So it's just interesting he didn't do the UK one. But whatever. He's here on USA. And I'm like, did you not watch the show, sir? Because for real. Yeah, okay, let's get into Love Island. I have so many thoughts. The literal second Aaron goes to talk to Kaylor after the recoupling ceremony, she's over it. She's like, get away from me. I hate you right now. I'm sorry. She says, I want to hate you. But she's also like about to kiss him, it looks like. And then he actually doesn't, because he's going off of the lies that he's about to tell. I swear, he thought this was Traders. He's like, no, we were in Casa, where they go and we don't ever talk about what happens and I lie to you, you won't see it until the show comes out. No? He tells her, he doesn't say sorry. He tells her he's proud of her for not reacting at the ceremony. Shut the fuck up. Okay, controlling. Ew. Aaron goes over to comfort Janae, and as he's talking about what was going on, he's like, all he was doing was talking about you nonstop. And this is what all the men are going to be saying about each other. It's like they had this unspoken agreement, because in Casa, they were hyping each other up. But then they get to the villa and all of the narratives are all he was doing was talking about you the entire time, which then, of course, makes the villa girls, the OG villa girls go, well, then why would the Casa girls even want to come back then? Because that doesn't sound like a relationship you should be pursuing. But it's because it's not what was happening. It's not what was happening. Cordell does really seem legitimately sad to me. Maybe I'm a sucker, but he feels like he's taking ownership for his actions. I know that Serena has calmed down since. I'm not going to criticize the way she reacted at all. That's not what I'm about to do. But Cordell, I feel, had a rough road with Serena in terms of just feeling rejected a couple times. So then when he gets to Casa and Dea, who went in laser beam focus on him, is giving him all of the attention that he hasn't been getting from Serena, he got real confused. And he also just did the dance challenge where he was dancing by himself. It feels like he really did care for Serena, but was afraid to care for Serena and was like, but if I say goodbye to this woman, Dea, who is giving me everything I need, and I go back and Serena is coupled up, I think he truly does feel bad. And Serena has every reason to feel bad, but it is the game. And it almost, like, if I'm looking at it almost from like a move by move strategy, it's like I could sort of see like why he brought her back, I guess. I don't know. It's really, it's a tough call. But regardless, I do think he really cares for Serena, and I do think he really felt bad. It's nice that Kendall and Nicole had a sweet moment. It's nice that we had one couple that survived that whole experience. But then they go to Aaron and Kaylor for their first talk. And he presents it like they pecked a couple times out of challenges, because that's the big thing. You kiss outside of challenges. And he's like, and so she clarifies, she goes, so you guys like pecked a few times? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, sir, they're going to show the whole thing. You're going to have a night where you all have to watch it. He's not saying anything other than saying, Kayla, she's crying. He's just like, Kayla, whatever. She, again, because she did this before, she says what she wants him to say to her, to herself. She goes, I know you're sorry. I know you don't mean to hurt me. How do you know that? He hasn't said those words. It's like when they had the conversation about if they were thinking about falling for each other, that type of thing, that weird convo that I totally fell for. Uh, she starts filling in what he should be saying to her. Like she's running this whole relationship and he's like, okay, I don't want to work at all. He's like, I don't want to have to do anything. I'm cute, aren't I? I'm adorable. I have this accent. He's done nothing to comfort her. She's calmed herself down. And then she says, I mean, I'm glad you're back, but I mean, and Aaron has the nerve to go, it's fine. Yeah, I know you're upset. It's fine. It's fine. Kaylor. Like I know Serena took it far. I know, and there's been a lot of criticism over it. And I just don't feel like going down the route of criticizing it the way she moved. But at least she made this man try, because Kaylor is just like, here you go. If you don't want to deal with me being mad at you, don't worry, I'll get over it. Let's just go sleep together. I can't. But before the evening comes, Kaylor does convince Liv to go say hi to the Casa girls. The Casa girls, I get them not loving the way the ceremony went down because it was pretty brutal, but they're also not like the sweetest, most welcoming people either. You know, like Daniela doesn't say anything when Kaylor and Liv go and they say hi and introduce themselves, and Daniela doesn't say one word. I'm like, okay, so I don't like you guys either. Okay. Danielle's actually quite boring. When Liv and Kaylor walk away, they're like, the boys are so nice, but the girls are so mean. You guys are not being that super welcoming either. My sister pointed out that on the UK casts, they're usually the women are much nicer to each other. That is actually something I loved when I was watching. My sister went on a Love Island UK like total binge when I lived with her. And so I'd see little clips when I'd come out of my room or when I would hang out with her, and the women were so supportive. And I was like, this is unheard, because I'm used to The Bachelor. I mean, I don't really watch The Bachelor, but like that concept, it's like a dog eat dog concept. And on UK, they're always so supportive. And there's a little bit less of that on the US, right? Rob goes to Kaylor and he's like, Aaron felt so bad about it. He felt so bad. And I'm like, now, are they cutting those little segments out? Because where did he feel bad? He kind of said he felt bad, but he didn't seem like Cordell felt bad. He doesn't feel bad. Kenny and Janae have their first initial talk, and like, I don't know. I feel like Janae kind of gave us a performance. I'm not mad at the performance, but the way Kenny is literally saying he would rather be with her, and she's like, no, Kenny, no. And then like hugging him goodbye, like, take care, honestly, take care. And then she does an interview right after her talk with Kenny, and I swear there is not one tear coming out, but she's doing the cry voice. But I respect her. I respect her performance. I do. I know I've said that Janae's not my favorite, but like, she had to make him work for it. And Kaylor could afford to take some notes here. All right. Serena and Leah are sweet when they comfort Kenny. It's actually very cute. It's cute the way they're all kind of comforting each other. Like Rob and Miguel are comforting Serena at one point, also lying to her about, they just like, they're overselling it. Like anyone saying that Aaron felt so bad, I'm like, I just really don't buy that. I really, really don't buy that. Kaylor literally sleeps with Aaron on the first night. And she's like, there's no touching me, though. You can't touch me. And when they wake up, she's like, you're still on the shit list. And he just is like, yeah, looking forward. Like, yeah, I didn't hear you. I didn't listen to what you said. What? He's such an asshole. Kaylor goes into like the changing room or whatever, and she's like, I know you're all thinking that weak, bitch. And Janae's like, you said it, not me. But But I know, she's like, I know, but I know he's regretful. Okay, again, you're putting words in his mouth, girl. Serena is really mean mugging the Casa girls, and Dea is very much spiraling about it. And to make matters worse, Cordell makes breakfast for both Serena and Dea. And I was like, I feel like there was a lose-lose situation here happening. Either you didn't make breakfast and Dea would be upset, or you made breakfast for just Dea and it would be, I don't know. But there's Rob, Mr. Bad Advice, like, no, this is great. I'm here for you, dude. Let's do this. Then they bring the food. Serena knocks the food into him. They're like, all right. So Rob and Cordell just like, they're in the doorway. They walk out and they just kind of stand there looking off. And Rob's like, well, guess that didn't go the way I thought it would. No, it didn't. Sierra is like, what the fuck? Miguel hasn't even really talked to me since we got in here. And she's actually crying. She's like, he's ignoring me. He hasn't even made me breakfast. But then Miguel ends up bringing her breakfast. And she's like, everyone be cool, be cool, be cool. Oh my God, wow, breakfast. I haven't even thought of that. Thank you. Aaron and Cordell, they're sitting on the dock. That dock is so funny to me. I don't know why, but the dock is funny. And only Cordell, note this, only Cordell is expressing regret and remorse. Only Aaron is saying nothing, while Cordell admits that he messed up and she feels disrespected and she feels played, and that's fair. And Aaron acts like he's in the fucking position to be giving him advice. He's saying nothing. He's like, I don't feel bad. I didn't do anything, basically. And that's what's so dangerous about Aaron, Miguel talks to Kaylor. And again, he's like, Aaron was constantly talking about you the whole time. We were in Casa. He was just talking about you. Again, what are you saying? Did you guys have a little secret like note pass thing where they didn't catch it on camera where it was like, just lie when we get into the villa? Speaking of, though, like supporting each other and whatnot, they still do that on Love Island US, because when Miguel pulls Leah for a chat, the whole house cheers because they've been like hoping that would happen. And that's also what I love. Like, you're kind of like dating everyone. Like, it's a group dating effort, which is why like Love Island can work. I do think there's a foundation for good relationships there for sure, because the community that you have to build, and like there's no hiding anything. Well, Aaron doesn't know that, but it's cute. Anyway, Miguel actually tells her that his feelings for her are still strong and stronger, actually. I like, during this conversation, I was like, okay, like I am shipping them. Leah tells him that she's like trying to tell Janae, like, look, this is what they do. You were new in your couple. They go to Casa. This is what they do. And I'm just trying to tell her to let it go. And Miguel goes, yeah, I understand Janae's side, though, because she feels like she's been mugged off left and right. And Leah goes, I've been mugged off left and right, and I take it on the chin. And Miguel goes, because you're a bad man. And I was like, oh, he like likes her. And as much as Leah is toxic, I really like Leah now. I think she's amazing TV. I think she should absolutely come back for more Love Islands, or maybe even get her own reality show. She's kind of a perfect reality TV character because she is toxic, but she will like own up to it and just be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I did that. Yeah. And she's so young too. So she's got like all this room to grow. But again, toxic. And I feel like I relate too much to Leah. So that says a lot about me. I can't believe it's taken me this long to figure out that I could use the wild grain bread that I bake from frozen in 25 minutes. I could use that for my toast in the morning because I'm on an egg and toast kick for breakfast. Hello. It's delicious. Slice it up. And you see, Wild Grain is the first ever bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas. Every item bakes from frozen in 25 minutes or less. No thawing required. So you can just put them in the freezer, forget about them, and when you need them, they're there. And your wild grain box is totally customizable. You could do all breads, all pastas, all pastries, or mix it up however you want. And Wild Grain just launched a brand new plant-based box, which has a huge selection of plant-based pastries, breads, and hand-cut pastas. For a limited time, you can get $30 off your first box plus free croissants in every box when you go to wildgrain.com/shespeaks to start your subscription. You heard me. Free croissants, delicious croissants in every box, and $30 off your first box when you go to wildgrain.com/shespeaks. That's wildgrain.com/shespeaks, or you can use promo code SHESPEAKS at checkout. Daniela and Rob are totally fine, but like Andrea, who? Rob, remember you were going to leave? Remember that? Andrea was really annoying though when they voted her out. She's like, I just want to be with Rob. Oh, she kept saying just that. I'm like, bored. Bye. Leah tells Serena and Janae, but Serena, that Cordell said to Dea that he was most likely going to pick Serena. It was like a 90% Serena, 10% Dea situation. And these girls are like, yeah, have some fucking respect for yourself. If he's telling you 90-10 and you're like, okay, I'll still come. Turns out that's that's not what happened at all. But is Cordell talking out of both sides of his mouth? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Later for the evening segment, Kaylor talks to Daniela. And Daniela is she's not just helping Aaron, she's helping herself, which is also kind of weird because I know I've watched a Casa Amor recoupling where the Casa girl who comes back is like, girl, I want to tell you what's gone on because I don't know what he's telling you, but I just want to make sure you know because I'm a girl's girl and I will always whatever. And Daniela is like acting like a mistress, honestly. She doesn't tell her that they cuddled on the first night. She just really downplays it all. So, of course, Kaylor's like, okay, great. Everything's great. Dea finally gets the nerve to pull Serena for a chat. And Serena asks her there about that like 90-10% thing. And Dea's like, no. And then Dea lets her know Kendall was really super supportive of the relationship. And so was all the guys were. And this makes Serena spiral because, like I was just, all of them have been saying, all they were doing is thinking about you and basically didn't think about anybody else but you, this whole thing. So then Serena goes off on all of them. But I'm sorry, I'm cracking up. She goes out to the dock to confront Miguel and Cordell, and she's like, you're all going to hear me. And then this is what I want Serena to do for her own, like to become like a full, strong, powerful woman because they're all so young. I want her to get into therapy and get some tools for communicating when she's upset. And I don't have plenty of them because when you get upset, it's like you can't find the words. I think that's why a lot of us were so impressed by Ariana because in the midst of pain and suffering, she's able to articulate herself so well. But Serena gets like her feelings physically like stop her words from coming out. And Cordell really does want to hear it. But anyway, she's talking and she's like, you're full of fucking shit. You're fucked up. And Cordell is sitting there like nodding. He's like, yes, because he's trying to make it seem like he's really listening. I think he is. But it's like she's not saying like, my feelings are this. She's just calling like, you're a liar. You're a piece of shit. And he's like, yep. Serena goes over then to the women and Miguel tries to talk to her, but she's like, fuck you, fuck me, leave me alone. Fuck me, fuck you, leave me alone. But then speaking of like staying calm and being able to articulate a crazy scenario, she explains like what the issue is. She goes, okay, but you guys were saying like, oh, he's all about you to both me and to her. So she feels like someone's lying. And someone's not telling the truth. And they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, well done, Dea. Because this is an intense moment. Very intense. Cordell, there's like he's waiting for Serena. He wants to talk to Serena. And the light hits him just right. And I was like, he's fine. My God, he is a good looking man. But anyway, maybe that's why I'm like, forgive him, Serena. But she won't stop to talk to him, but he's like, tell me how you feel. I want to know how you feel. See, this is Kaylor. This is what Aaron should be doing. Aaron has no plans on doing this ever, though. He's like, for what? I didn't do anything. We like, okay, we kissed a little bit, whatever. He is an argument. Cordell's not argumentative. He just wants to hear her. And she keeps repeating, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And that's what I'm saying. I just wish she could find the words, but I also know what it's like when you are just so upset that there are no words. But that would be my only like note I would give, because he does want to hear. This goes on and on and on and on. This scene goes on and on and on and on and on. But then Cordell hears the 90%, 10% thing, and that Leah was the one who told her. So then he goes over to Leah and he's like, what the fuck? I didn't fucking say that. I never said no numbers. Leah, I fuck with you heavy, but I never told you numbers. He's so sure he never said numbers. Leah's funny too. This is where I was like, she's funny. She's like, okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm lying to Serena to make her feel worse. She does. I mean, she fights pretty heavy, but she's funny. Sorry, so I can't help it. Cordell like calms down and he's like, I'm sorry you all have to see me like this. I'm not like this normally. So I'm a sucker. I'm already here for Cordell. But then Dea she did a lot. I don't know if she came in with this agenda with the OBJ. Is that Cordell's brother's name? Odell. I don't know if that was real. Because the Reddit thread that had originally posted Dea came on the show for Odell, whatever, that's been deleted. And I think it even has a message that says we don't spread purely speculative whatever on Reddit or something like that. So I don't know if that was legit or if someone said it one time and ran with it and it became a thing, which is pretty common. Excuse me. But Dea, pulls Serena and Cordell like a queen. And she just gets them gets them set up. She's like, he definitely said he had feelings for you still, and he likes you a lot still. He just wanted to explore things with me, whatever. And then she's like, now talk. He gets in this conversation, he gets her to ever so slightly soften. I think he's able to like kind of lightly touch her, I think, if I remember correctly. And I'm like, oh, here we go. It's happening. She's letting it go. Miguel pulls Leah to kind of like scold her for getting in the drama, but she's just really funny about it. I think that this is why I'm saying reality TV gold here. She's like, I know, I just need to learn to shut the fuck up. And then he's like, yeah, he's like, that's what's fun, is that you're not arguing, but you're like kind of owning it. And then he tells her how how much he cares about her. And he's like, I care about how you feel. And I would care if you coupled up with someone else. And am I a sucker? I'm believing him too. I'm looking at Leah and Miguel like, are you my new number one? But then Janae and Kenny have another chat and she's calmed down and she apologizes for overreacting. And I'm so sorry, but like now I'm like loving Kenny and Janae. I love this show because they're sweet. I could tell he really likes her. She's not going to hurt him. I hope he doesn't hurt her. That Catherine girl was real thirsty to get on the show. She's a little much. Aaron talks to Rob about how he's going to ask Kaylor to be his girlfriend. In a few days, though, when things settle down and blow over, I'm like, again, do you not watch this fucking show? You have to know about movie night. It's coming, buddy. Miguel then formally ends things with Sierra, and Sierra is like, he doesn't want to be with me. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I can only imagine someone as gorgeous as her is like, did I just get rejected? I've never had this happen to me before. Kaylor and Aaron are all cuddled up, and she's like, I trust you, and now it's time to just move on from Casa and forget everything that happened. Just get ready, my darling. Then it was the next day, it's the social media challenge, which is a savage challenge. Oh my God. So, okay, the first one, I didn't do all of them, but hold on, let me get it up. The first one is not blank trying to last minute get in the villa by talking to blank. I didn't even remember her until they showed the clip of them. Thank you, Catherine. Catherine. Duh. The handshake with Daniela and Aaron comes up, like ask Kaylor to have Aaron show that. It's the exact same handshake, which is sick, by the way. This is where Daya being obsessed with Odell Beckham Jr. comes up, which she vehemently denies and is actually crying over. And then the one about Daniela being passed around like an object is rough. That was rough. Then this one. Blank on Love Island USA is so toxic. Not a girl's girl, criticizes male vulnerability, dramatizes people's words to get others on her side, has a sense of entitlement. The list goes on. All right. The criticizes male vulnerability. I was like, shut up. Rob was faking that. We'll get to movie night, don't worry. Please. Now, here's the thing. When this one came up and it ended up being Liv, I was like, who wrote this? It's my sweetie says TV. That's a cute handle, actually. Blank is a mean girl. Not sure many have caught that with all her loudmouthed support of some of the girls. She can go home too. Hey, you be quiet. You be quiet about Liv, all right? Liv, who cannot make a connection with anybody to save her life. Then this one, man, I feel bad for blank because they didn't even show the worst of it. And when Kenny and his Casa girl say Kaylor, they're like, for the first time, it makes Kaylor go, maybe there was something that happened in Casa that I don't know about. Yeah, girl. Then, oh my God, they put like slime on them and like hit them with some color smoke or whatever. Kaylor doesn't close her mouth. It was a very Lucille Ball moment. It was very, Rob's like, I don't even know what to say right now. How did she do that? Sierra, though, because she's over in, or not Sierra, Daniela, because they're trying to comfort Daniela because she's like, uh-oh. And I think Sierra says something like, wasn't there like shower stuff? And Nicole is there. Like they're all, Janae and Nicole, they're all right there listening. And Daniela's like, yeah, he just made like a comment about taking a shower. And they're like, noted. So then after the challenge, Janae takes this info to Kaylor. She's very gentle about it. She's like, you may want to talk to Daniela because she said something about a shower. And Kaylor is like, oh, yeah, they had to go in a shower for a challenge. And Liv is like, I don't think that was a challenge. I don't think that had to do with the challenge. But then the girls do talk about the Daya OBJ stuff. And Serena, she's like, she didn't just comment. She tweeted that she commented. Now, where did it say that? So like I said, the Reddit thread's gone. Like that's been deleted. Whoever posted that, I don't know where they got the info from, so I couldn't validate it. And you guys might know more than I do, so maybe I'm missing something. But she's definitely, like, Daya is so upset about that. Maybe that does mean that she's guilty, though, actually. Maybe she's too guilty. And maybe that's why she's upset. Liv is upset about the challenge, and I hate that. I hate that she was crying about that. Kaylor, okay, the fact that Kaylor talks to Daniela before she talks to Aaron and is like confrontational. She's saying this, she should be saying to Aaron. She's like, I trusted you to tell me everything, and when you forget things, it makes me not trust you. Are you for real right now, girl? You need to have this conversation with Aaron first. Then I can handle you dealing with but Daniela is being really withholding. Because Kaylor's like, we showered together. He begged me for 2 weeks to shower with him. Ew. gross. And then, so she's there. She's like, we had sex. And then he's like, oh, I'll shower with you. Yeah, exactly. So then while this is happening, Aaron, he goes over to Rob and he goes, yeah, I think I'm just like going to take a step back. And Rob is like, do you not know how this show works? You were mic'd and on camera when yesterday you said you were going to ask her to be your girlfriend. And he's like, and Aaron goes, I know, I'm so confused. I don't know what I want. No, dude, what you're realizing that everything was shown, like you were mic'd and on camera. I wonder if in Casa they use, now that I'm thinking about it, they use more of the like surveillance cameras rather than like the actual cameraman going around. And so it's like he did forget about the cameras, because when he realizes like, oh, they caught everything. They caught all of the things I did. He's like, yeah, I was going to break up with her anyway, actually. It wasn't working out. Yeah, actually. So it doesn't count. I didn't technically cheat or do anything bad because I was going to break up with Kaylor. Liar. When Kaylor talks to Aaron later, he has zero remorse. Zero. Kaylor goes, is there something you didn't tell me? And Aaron says, there's nothing I didn't tell you. I told you everything of importance. Okay. And she goes, you told me everything that's important for sure? And he goes, yeah, of importance. Yeah. Of importance. Not important, of importance. She's like, but what about what's important to me? And he goes, you obviously know something that I'm missing, because I don't get what's so bad. And then he tells a complete lie about how the shower comment came up, because we're about to see it at movie night, sir. And here's what you said happened. We were literally talking about what's gone on. And I asked her what she'd seen. And she said, oh, we saw you guys in the shower. And I was like, what did it look like happened? And she said, oh, like you got it on. And I was like, that's bullshit. And then I said, do you want to get in the shower? It's a fucking joke. And that isn't even what happened. He's like, and it was a group setting. Nope. Kaylor's upset and Aaron goes, we can nitpick tiny little details the same way as when you were flirting with the guy up there. She's like, are you? I'm actually surprised she caught it. She's like, don't act like a victim now. This man has the nerve also to tell her, wait 1 minute, please. Wait 1 minute. Oh, do you need a minute? Because she's actually finally holding you accountable. He's like, oh, I don't want to hear it. Aaron doesn't want to do any work at all in this situation. So he just throws in the towel and is like, so where do you want to go with this? I don't know. He starts clapping. I told you it's a fucking joke. Okay. I told you it's a fucking joke. Oh my God. And then Kaylor goes, I didn't even tell you what Daniela told me. He's like, oh yeah. Then, and by the way, that might have been why she talked to Daniela first, actually, to see what she said and then compare it to what Aaron was going to tell her. Because then Kaylor tells her the story and how it does not match up at all. And she's like, it was by the pool. And then you said, let's just shower together. And Aaron goes, no, it wasn't like that. I remember. I hate the way he said it. He said that's so annoying. Aaron has the nerve to walk off mad at Kaylor. And somehow Rob is able to convince Aaron to pretend to care. He's like, yeah, because Rob's like, look, I'm a fuckboy too, but what you're doing is like another level. Rob is better at manipulating, way better at manipulating. Aaron is not. Aaron doesn't even care enough to manipulate. He's like, what? This is what I'm going to give you, and you like me anyway, so this is easy. Aaron goes and pulls Kaylor for another chat after Rob's like, can you be nice? And she's like, why aren't your stories lining up? And he says, we can't build a relationship without trust. So I think we just need to think about what we want to do. Oh, okay. What? But then this conversation is when he says, I fucking love you and I've loved you for weeks. Oh, I can't believe he did that. And even though she's like, you're not just saying that because you're in trouble and you don't want to be in trouble, right? And he's like, no. Oh, I'm getting nauseous. Give me movie night already. I felt like such an influencer. I went over to my friend's house and he had hop water in his fridge. That's because I'm the one who introduced him to hop water. I'm like, it's the best, right? He's like, I love it. I'm obsessed. He was a big beer drinker and now he doesn't drink anymore. So hop water is perfect for him. I wasn't even a big beer drinker, but I love the hop water. Hop water is a non-alcoholic sparkling hop water that blends hops with adaptogens and nootropic. And these ingredients have mood-boosting effects. I'm telling you, I feel like a happier person. It may just be in my head, but even my friends who've had it agree. Hop water is crafted without alcohol, calories, gluten, or sugar. Hello. And all the flavors are so good. I love ruby red grapefruit, but also mango is very good. So now I've got friends on it. You guys should try hop water too. Right now, Hop Water is giving my listeners a special offer. Order through my exclusive URL, hopwtr.com/shespeaks. You get 20% off your first purchase, plus access to special flavors that are only available online, and free shipping if you order 24 cans or more. Don't wait. Order now at hopwtr.com/shespeaks for 20% off. That's hopwater.com/shespeaks. When Cordell talks to Serena, he owns up to everything. She even asked him, like, what about did you kiss here? Did you do that? He's like, yes, I'm not going to lie to you. And then he presents the idea. He goes, look, if I were to end things with Dea, would this be forced between us? Would it even be able to happen? And it forces Serena to think about it. Kendall gets a text. The hideaway is open. They pick Kendall and Nicole as they should. They're the ones who survived Casa. So they go inside, and this is where the support of each other is fun because all the girls get the girl going to the hideaway ready in their lingerie, and they like see them off, and it's cute, it's fun. But then Kane pulls Sierra for a chat, and like at least go tell Liv. At least go tell Liv, like, I know we literally just coupled up, but like, I'm thinking I want to go chat with other people. I'm not really feeling it. But instead, she just has to watch that happen. And Liv is like dead inside at first. She's like, cool, great. That's what everyone seems to be doing. So that's fine. That's great. Kenny goes to pulls Catherine for a chat, clearly to end things. But this bitch is so desperate. She pulls another Hail Mary. And she's like, I really like that we're connecting and like getting to know each other. And like, I really love that like you brought me here and that we have this chance. And I feel like I'm getting to know you. And he's like, yeah. Also, during the social media challenge, it was funny when the tweet was like, Catherine was so desperate to be there. I forgot who she was until they showed the clip of them making out or whatever. Kenny in his interview was like, that's kind of true. She did do that. Did she just want to get on this show? Yes, Kenny. Yes, she did. So he ends up saying, he's like, sorry, but I'm leaning towards Janae. And she's like, great, cool, thanks. Okay, is there anyone else here I could go for? Miguel tells Leah that he wants to continue things with her, and I fully ship them. And then Dea decides I'm ending things with Cordell. And she's like, I think she wants to get ahead of it. I think she's like, he's not about to bring me over here, not talk to me for 2 days, and then break up with me. I'm going to break up with him. Okay? Understood? The girls are so cute asking Nicole about her night with Kendall. They ask about it like in restaurant terms. Like, did you get all 5 courses or whatever it is? Very cute. So they had sex in the hideaway. The Dea Cordell convo goes horribly, though. It does. It goes horribly. She's like cussing him out. She even goes over to Serena to be like, he thinks he can come over here and tell me he's not with me and blah, blah, blah. And Serena's like, okay, this is so bad. It does not go well at all. Kane then ends things with Liv, and Liv is like, yeah, I kind of figured, but it would have been nice if you did this before you went and chatted with someone else, because now it feels like you went and had that chat with Sierra, and if Sierra was like, I don't know if I'm interested, you would have been like, okay, I'll stay with Liv, because that's exactly what it was. That's what happened. Janae finally gets the text. It's movie night. Get me there already. It's girls against guys. They do this thing where they have to like guess the percentage of different different things or whatever. And so the winner of each round gets to pick the clip. First up, the Daniela handshake. Excuse me. Aaron is such a prick. And he's like, okay, I'm sorry for making a handshake. Ugh. And he's just eating his popcorn. And the girls are like, fuck him. Next up is Rob talking to Liv and Kaylor about the Andrea vote off. When Kaylor said she was rooting for Andrea to be voted off, maybe that was a bit far. Liv is like, I didn't lie. Sure didn't lie. She stands on business here. But this ends up in a screaming match. Leah's yelling, shut the fuck up, Liv. Serena has Leah's back. Kaylor has Liv's back. Poor Janae is like here on the side, like, no, this isn't good. Also, I think for Janae, she's like, this isn't even worth it. You know, you told Rob you took a back seat to try to make it seem like the other women were the ones who did it, which made them feel bad because then, you know, I don't know. And so this is just a big old fuck up here. A big old fuck up here. Liv could stand to say like, look, you were not the number one champion. That's not what I meant. You weren't the only one who said we're going to vote out Andrea. We all agreed it would be Andrea, but you definitely didn't take a back seat. And that's what I meant. So, but we've already kind of like gone through this, but regardless, they cut over to a clip of Miguel's interview and he's like, I've never been with someone who talks like that and like yells like that. And then they cut over to Leah saying, you're giving white woman scared. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. And then it goes on and on. It was pretty ugly. It was a pretty ugly moment. I don't really think it's going to matter. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like the couples and the Aaron of it all is going to take precedent. I hope the girls just get over it because like Leah, it did start with Leah being like, I took a back seat, and that's not what happened because she was saying that so that she could then hit on Rob. She did, you know, like that whole thing was a very messy moment for Leah. But like Liv, maybe once the dust settles, I would like her to maybe be like, look, I didn't mean to present it like you were the ringleader, but you definitely didn't take a back seat. I hope they just get over it. The next clip is called The Wingman of Casa Street, and Kendall knows. He's like, fuck, this is me. He knows. And it's all the different times he was messy. For example, Cordell confessing he made out with Dea, and Kendall being like, this is it. You've never had a connection like that before. This is it. And then him being messy talking to Daniela after the makeout she had with Aaron. And then the challenge and him like helping Cordell hump Dea and then telling Cordell that Dea has given him more than Serena gave the whole time. He's like, I'm sorry. And Nicole's like, I did not know he said all that. I did not know he was saying all that. It wouldn't have been a problem if he wasn't coming back and acting like he was like, you know, not doing that. How about that? But instead, you know, that's where the deception comes in. Kendall is very much giving messy Mitch from last season of Love Island UK. Mitch was way worse. But the messiness and like the stirring of the pot. But I'm not mad at it, honestly. I don't really like this whole cast as much as Aaron. I fucking hate Aaron. They're all very good TV for me so far, except for some of the Casa girls who aren't really doing a lot. Like Daniela's not doing anything for me. But they're good. It's good TV. They may be like nuts, but that's also what good TV is, you know? Next is Daniela and Aaron kissing, and then him telling her he can't stand up for a couple minutes. And then tomorrow we should just jump in the pool and then go in the shower. And then being like, oh no, I can't do that. I can't, whatever. Also, that Daniela, when they were in Casa still, Daniela telling the other girls, like, I know that they're open, but he's like crazy open. And then what does Aaron do? He goes, I know, I fucked up. I'm sorry. And Kaylor's like, it's always, I'm sorry. And he goes, what else do you want me to say? I'm not sorry. I won't speak again. Shut up, Aaron. You're such a little punk. The next clip is Serena talking to Leah about her conversations with Cordell aren't intellectually stimulating. And it's funny. It seems like it's going to be a good clip. It does. It seems like it's going to be good because Leah's like, you guys are like my favorite couple. But then she's like, I want you with someone else. I see you with someone else. Apparently, Cordell said his life plans were to be like an actor and get sponsorships like Cheez-Its. But Cordell's like, did I even say that? This was so mild and tame, honestly. Then they show this clip, and I actually have a bone to pick with them about this clip. They show Leah going off about Rob crying and like how he was crying like a bitch on the floor yesterday. I got the ick. You're crying to me? I should be crying. Fuck you, bitch. Miguel is horrified that she's laughing at the tears. But what they're not showing is that Rob was fully performing for that whole moment. Like that was, I'm so sorry. He was crying because he was going to hurt Leah. But Leah was supposed to ask him how he was feeling. So he was going to hurt Leah. He was crying because he was going to hurt Leah. But Leah, who was receiving that news, was supposed to be like, are you okay? Nope. When Leah was going off about Rob, I was like, fuck yeah. He was performative as hell. He went off to cry, but right within her eye line so she could still see him. And it didn't make sense that he would be crying that much and expect Leah, the person, like he could be, maybe he wanted to cry like that with someone else, but he was crying like that with Leah so that she wouldn't get as mad at him. But Leah had to take this one, man. And fucking Aaron, he's like, he's crying to you, being vulnerable, and you're like, oh, making fun of him. It's like, shut the fuck up. Serena's like, okay, you get mad about Rob, but not about Kaylor. Take it down. Rob can speak for himself. Shut the hell up. But Leah, she just apologizes and owns it. And she's like, I know, I think I was just like hurt. And Rob kind of lets it go, but he also kind of milks it. He's like, yeah, I mean, I'm embarrassed that I cried like that. And I'm embarrassed that I felt like that. But it's okay. Like, I'll forgive you. Like, it's okay. It's all good. Like, it's okay. I'll forgive you. But I yeah, those were real emotions. I'm like, I really just I don't agree, sir. But Leah had to really take it. And they keep cutting over to Miguel, who's like, whoa, if she's going to do that. I'm like, let's get the full picture. Please show the scene of him crying, actually. They should have showed that and let them all decide. Because But Leah took it like a champ. And I cannot say no to that. I cannot deny that. But on the next episode, Aaron walks off and takes his fucking mic off. I'm telling you, when he's like, I didn't know they did this. I didn't know we saw movie night. Like, what the hell? So when he realizes there's no way he's going to win, he's like, yeah, I got to go. I'm just going to try for the next competition reality show. This guy is a jerk. And it's amazing because he did not know we would see it all. He thought he could do all that with Daniela, come back single and make up with Aaron or with Kaylor. And we'd be like, ship them. It's like, no, we were watching. Do you think that wasn't televised? Idiot. I keep calling him an idiot, but. And close your mouth. He never closes it. So annoying. Oh my God, this season is so good. It is so juicy and delicious. I love it. All right, that wraps us up for this. I will be back on Saturday. Episode will drop at 4 p.m. PT for the next round of Love Island. I have posted my schedule for the summer, my summer schedule on Threads, on Instagram, on YouTube. So refer to that if you're wondering where an episode is or what I'm going to be covering. It's all mapped out. I'm going to try to be very organized and consistent. Now, it's my mission. So, all right, guys, love ya. Mean it. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to She's Speaking with Emily Hanks. This show is produced, hosted, and edited by me, Emily, and brought to you in partnership with Cloud 10 Media. If you are looking for bonus content, check out the Patreon. The link is in the description. To show some support, you can hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Another free way to support the pod, please rate and/or review on whatever platform you listen. It's free, and it helps the algorithm, or something. You could also head to buymeacoffee.com/shespeaks and buy me a coffee or two. Make sure you're following me on all social medias. I am She's Speaking with Emily Hanks across all platforms: Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's it. Thank you guys. See you soon.